showtime!
Showtime. What up, Bubba?
What up? Shotzi's
Yeah, all right,
back?
man. Who?
Shotzi's back? Or somebody just trying to be funny?
Nah, Shotzi wasn't on that show.
Yeah, somebody just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, that does not look like Shotzi, bro. It was like, what the hell? Like, that does not look like Shotzi at all. I'm like, what? Huh?
Like, you sure?
Somebody need to tell this person, Bubba, yeah, that ain't it.
Yeah, they fucking with you.
They ain't having with me. They literally they tweeting they having with themselves, dog. Why would you tweet that?
They was trolling. I have a feeling they was trolling.
They had to.
Yeah, well, how's your Sunday been, man?
Pretty smooth, brother. Not too bad. How about you, man?
It was pretty chill for the most part. I got some work done. I had to record some stuff for the Freepedia channel this weekend, so we should be Gucci on that. Yeah, other than that, I've just been chilling for the most part. Like, I've been enjoying this time in between traveling to kind of just get stuff done, because once the traveling starts back up, it's a wrap. Not necessarily a wrap, but like, I'm gonna be moving a lot.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
But yeah, man, NXT Battleground. We just turned that in. I want to be more hyped, but I don't know what it was. But tonight's show. How did you feel about the show before I hit the button?
I thought it was cool. You know,
it was cool. But it's like, I don't know what it's like.
Maybe on paper it came off more hype than it probably should have been.
Probably. Like, I wasn't expecting no surprises. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, a lot of people online was probably expecting surprises. I wasn't one of them. I was like, it's just, the surprise was them going to the Apex.
And Jordynne Grace being a part of a contest and a match. That's about as close to surprise as you're gonna get. It's like, hey.
Oh, and we got Dana Brooke pop up. Spoiler alert. So yeah, man. I guess I could just push the button now. I guess
just push the button, brother. There you go. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for GRESH UNLEASHED!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. GRESH Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Yellow, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like GRESH Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome to a special edition of the GRESH Unleashed podcast. This is your WWE NXT Battleground 2024 post show. Joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. Joining me as always is my main man, my right hand man, my partner in them, Mr. Highlight Real. What's good with your brother?
What's up? What's going on, everybody?
Hopefully you guys enjoyed y'all Sunday. We pretty much, like we said before the show went officially live, we enjoyed our Sunday. It was pretty chill. Rocking my Coon Island t-shirt for no reason, but yeah, you know what it is.
There you go.
But yeah, man, we're pretty much here to talk about Well, we just went off the air the WWE NXT Battleground, which took place at the UFC Apex. So I'm guessing this will be pretty much their beginning stages of a partnership for like them using this, because I saw somewhere where someone was like they can see them if everything goes well, they can see them relocating the PC to Vegas. Like the TKO Performance Center or something like that, but I doubt it.
I don't know about relocate per se, but
you see them doing it there more.
They could do more things there. It seemed to be pretty responsive. You know,
the crowd itself is kind of mid in most parts.
Kind of like a typical NXT crowd usually is.
Nah, because NXT through the week they be on fire in Florida, but it's just like something about Vegas.
Some weeks it depends on the show.
Yeah, but yeah, for this one,
there are weeks when they actually are kind of dead, and you're just like, oh
yeah, but yeah, that's my only critique about the crowd. Like, but yeah, as far as like the actual aesthetics of it, I actually liked it. It looked different. It was unique. Really need to they didn't really need to do anything because I didn't expect any like special entrances or anything. So it was like, I feel like the specialty of everything was just them being in the UFC Apex. This is my first time seeing the Apex because I don't follow UFC like that. Do you? I know you.
Nah, I'm not. I had a phase with UFC like 2010s, and I fell off that hard. So that was.
Oh, that was before Rock came back.
Yeah, and he wasn't even the reason I was watching. It was so many other better names back then. It was like Lyoto the Dragon Machida. It was my boy Rampage Jackson. I mean, you name it. There were so many dope names back then that I was following, but it just kind of fell off to me really. Probably after that Conor McGregor era, it was just like, all right, checked out. Matter of fact, Ronda Rousey, it was somewhere between Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor. After that is when I was just like done with UFC because it was like I remember Ronda being undefeated for a while and looking like the Mike Tyson of UFC.
I remember exactly where I was when Ronda got destroyed by Holmes.
Me too, bro. I'll never forget that one. I called it too.
It's hilarious. I laugh at this to this day. I laugh with DJ this to this day because I texted him when it happened. He was the first person I texted. I'm like, bro, did you see this shit? So it's like to see her go from there and crashing out from wrestling because she done pissed off the wrestling fans along with the MMA fans. So it's like she just crashing out all over the place. It's wild.
Bro,
man, UFC Apex. I like the aesthetics of it though.
It seems like a cool venue. It looks like based off the red carpet situation, they must have done some kind of special thing, I guess, leading up to it. Like maybe a meet and greet kind of thing or something. Who knows? But
I know they said they're gonna have an after party with Sexy Red.
Oh God. Well, what happens in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen? There you go.
Now, speaking of what happens in Vegas, we might as well start off at the top of the show. Sexy Red pretty much almost got them kicked off the air like 2 minutes into the show. You kind of checked in like a little bit after the ladder match.
Well, I know I checked in from the top, so I was
from the top. But yeah, you probably wasn't paying her no attention. But she said, "What's up? Welcome to NXT Battleground and Sexy motherfucking Red."
Oh, did she say
and
that?
they put the button on fucking so quick. They said she said "muff," they said "muff Red." And then she just turned around and started twerking and hit a split. And they had the pan they turned into Kevin Dunn so damn quick.
Hey man, they know what they signed up for when you got that, bro. You should have known good and well that wasn't finna be no PG situation, bro.
Throughout the entire night, I was like, the prophecy has been fulfilled because didn't I not say on this show? I said she finna have a twerk off at some point. And she had one. Poor interviewer, that white lady tried to she tried to get the white lady to twerk and it did not work.
She's like, oh, come on, you getting in this too? She's like, oh really? Oh no,
I ain't got nothing back there. Nothing. All I got is hopes and dreams.
Oh man. That's hilarious, bro. Don't do them interviewers like that, man. Don't do them like that.
Hey, I can't. It ain't my fault. They shaped like surfboards. That's not my fault.
Hey, bro, you know, like Charlotte Flair says when she twerks, you can only do what God gives you. That's all. At one time, Charlotte Flair was like, "Hey, this is all I got."
Flair. It's fun how you bring in Charlotte Flair. She's the biggest surfboard of them all.
Exactly, and she knows it. Hence why when she did it, she said, "Hey," she laughed and said, "That's all I got. That's all I can give you." Hey. She said, "That's all I got. That's all I can give you, baby." So Charlotte she know. Hey, look, I'm still the queen. God dang it, it's all right. I may not have it, but I'm gonna shake what I got. That's it.
What my mama gave me.
You know?
What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. They can't all be as blessed as Jada. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Miss Parker. Miss Parker.
Oh, boy.
Yes, hopes and dreams. They only dream of what they had back there.
Hey.
What up, nasty? But speaking of hopes and dreams, might as well talk about the first match, and that's to crown the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. Misha, Lash Legend, Kehlani Jordan, Jada Parker, Miss Parker, if you feeling that type of way, Sol Ruka, and Fallon Henley. Thoughts on this match? Because neither one of our picks won, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, well,
my fail-safe one, but
hey, man, you know, I figured they'd give it to you know, Mrs. Hayes. You know, one of them got to get it.
Pretty much. I saw someone somewhere. They said they pretty much did the same thing with Adam Cole, where they had pretty much set everybody up to feel like they was going to win, and then he won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they did.
They pretty much set everybody up to win except for her, so it kind of made sense.
Yeah, it did. It really did. And it was just like, well, okay. Honestly, I'm happy for her. The match itself, I thought was cool. It was cool. You know, I might have expected it to be a little bit better, but at the same time, the ladies made it work with what they got, because you got to keep in mind, most of these ladies, not all of them, but most of them were still pretty green.
And not just that, they had like tight space, because we talked about the UFC Apex. It was barely in the room. Like,
yeah, they pointed that out.
Barricade was literally like, if you took it like a few steps closer, it would have been right on the ring. That's how close it was. Yeah,
clearly they didn't. I guess they didn't think that out fully in terms of setup. Like maybe until they got there, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have made this a ladder match. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they're thinking like we would have had more space to where they could have, you know, because
if it was in Savannah, Georgia, like it was supposed to be, you would have had more space.
Exactly, brother. Come on now. Yeah, we saying that to be salty. It's all good.
Yeah, a little
bit. It would have been a nice little Sunday trip, bro. Not even gonna hold you, but it's all good. It's all good. I hope they, you know. But
we would have been right back at home in time just to do a post show review. That's how.
Heck yeah, easily. You know what I'm saying? We'd be like, all right, brother, let's go and hit the road and do a post show and be that. But yeah, I think it was as solid as these ladies could get, given different experience levels. It was about as solid as could be. You'll probably likely just remember the moment more so than the match itself. You know, you'll probably look at it like, hey, it was a good moment for Kehlani, definitely in her career. I know some people might possibly be a little upset that Lash didn't take it, depending on who you're asking, because I know a lot of people seem to be rooting for Lash, but she'll get her moment in the spotlight soon, you know, when the time is right. Hopefully Trick's still champ when she does, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like this match, I feel like a lot more could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt like the limitations was there, and that spot that Lash took was pretty gnarly. Like
it was, bro.
It went. She went gut first.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, bro, that table didn't give no. I mean, that ladder gave no give. It was just like, and I was like, whoa, Lash, girl, if you weren't so built, I'd have been like nervous. I was like, that looked like it hurt. Like I literally was like, yeah, Gresh is like, I ain't taking that bump.
I ain't taking that shit. No.
Hey, and I will say, you know what? The ending to this kind of felt a little sudden. You know how normally ladder matches have that dramatic kind of ending. You know, somebody tries to fight it.
They rushed.
It did feel rushed. Yeah, a lot of these kind of felt rushed tonight in low key in terms of the finish. It's like, that was a little sudden. No dramatic pauses or nothing. It's just like, oh, all right.
So it's like I really don't have anything to add to that because it's like the matches. It felt like a standard ladder match.
Yeah.
I mean, like shout out to Soul Ruka for her soul snatchers that she hit back to back.
Yeah, she was hitting them things like Orton. I was just waiting for her to do one off the ladder. I thought she was gonna try to, for a second there, the way she did that third setup. I'm thinking like, okay, she finna do one from the top now. Like, oh snap, she finna, go for the trifecta. But
when I ain't see a second ladder, I knew that wasn't gonna happen because it was like she would have had to for that to work. She would have had to have a second ladder right there, right next to it, and then just do it. But they didn't have one, so it's kind of like, yeah, that's out the window.
We'll get it eventually if she ever gets another ladder match in the future.
Oh, and also shout out to Hang 'em High on Twitter.
What's Miss Parker thinking?
Wow.
What's Miss Parker thinking?
Yeah. Yeah. What can you say on that, dog? There are so many men that wish they took that finisher right off that. They just be like, you know what? Hey.
Like shout out like Soul knee holding up well. Like, yeah, like a lot of stuff that they was doing, you can tell, but it was like not a discredit. This match was it was a fun match to open. It just wasn't out of this world. Like something crazy.
Agreed.
So but also congratulations are in order to Kalani Jordan. Like, what do you think they're gonna do with Kalani as Women's North American champion? Because I had this conversation on Discord with a couple of friends, and they was like, one thing about Kalani is her booking has been somewhat inconsistent.
Agreed.
Like she's always been a runner-up. So it's kind of like, what do you see them doing with her now that she's pretty much the North American champion? Do you think they're just gonna they have no choice because she was a runner-up in the Women's Iron Survivor? She was a runner-up in, like, she didn't get no points in the Iron Survivor. I remember that. She was a runner-up in the breakout tournament. So it's like now they have that opportunity to really put the spotlight on her. Like, what do you see them going with her as champion?
Strangely enough, it feels like a here nigga damn situation right now.
Damn.
In her case. I just hope, part of me thought to myself, I hope this results in some type of heel turn at some point. Even if it's not like, even if it's when she loses it and she turns heel to get it back or something. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like her character kind of, how like you sometimes get that cookie cutter character that's like happy to be here and it's really, really cool, but then you're like, something's missing. I get that with Kalani a little bit sometimes. Like, she's got everything, but
I think that's
a
babyface booking in general. Like, I feel like all babyfaces need that edge. So where they're not cookie cutter. Because I be having that same problem with Cody sometimes. Where he's too cookie cutter for my taste. I'm like, bro, where's your edge? And then when he got little edge on SmackDown with the whole AJ Styles thing, I was like, now that's the motherfucker I want to see. Like, I feel like she needs somebody that can match her gift, bring that anger out of her. And that's I think that's where I was getting at with that conversation with Alexis Littlefoot in Discord. They're not consistent with her to where you like they'll start off a program with her, then she'll fall in the background. They'll start off a program, then she'll fall in the background. Like, I need something consistent to where she can dig her teeth in. And now that she's North American champion, they have no choice but to say, okay, here's the ball, roll with it. See what you can cook.
Yeah, she should. It'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing like first challenger and different things like that. And this is where I think Blair Davenport might have gotten called up a little too soon because she would fit in perfectly to kind of be like a first challenger or something. Somebody to kind of get her in some edgy kind of, I don't know, but we'll see where they go.
Who else is on the roster? Because now I'm curious. Let's see, NXT. Like who's left? let me say that.
Yeah.
Let me see. Dang, is Cora close to being cleared?
ACLs take a minute. So we probably may not see her until like the fourth quarter of the year. Maybe.
They could have her crosshairs with Metaphor.
Yeah, again. I can see it.
Because technically Lash is a heel.
Technically, that is technical. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if she get knocked like Moody with the Mana on Twitter said. Unfortunately, I think she gets knocked by last first chance they get to give Kalani that motivation. Probably.
Mm-hmm. And that might be what I was talking about with giving her like a heel or a tweener type of feel to her, you know what I'm saying? Because she checks off all the other boxes. Like it's working for Roxanne, you know what I'm saying? We'll get into that when we get to her match, but like I love the confidence that you see in her a lot more than you did when she was just a giggity, oh, I'm so happy I'm here.
I'm so happy to be here, guys.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
been
such
my
a
dream
fan.
since I was 15 years old. I'm the prodigy. Yeah. Okay, congratulations.
Yeah. And I was listening to people talk about that with Liv, they was talking about that with her first title run, how she was just like, it was the title made her because she was just a fan that was, finally made it to the mountain as champion versus now, she's like a whole manipulative character, home wrecker / siren. You know what I'm saying? Siren, it's going, you know what I'm saying? Like she's in her bag as a character now. So maybe this will be a start off for Kalani to where eventually when she loses that title, depending on who it's to, I'd say it would probably have to be another babyface. Let's say someone like Sol Ruka beat her, and then all of a sudden she gets so obsessed with that title. Now she's like an edgy tweener heel kind of thing, and you see a different side. So.
Now, also when it comes to Kalani, hopefully that works because I feel like her character work isn't believable, and it could be the case of her being a babyface. Mm-hmm. or nerves. Like sometimes even how we mentioned Roxanne, sometimes when she be cutting some type of promos, even as a heel, I be like, I don't believe you. And it more so because it probably nerves. Because let's be real, they're human at the end of the day. They got to shake the nerves. They got to feel comfortable. She is improving, but as far as like with Kalani, I need them to, because when she cuts a promo, I'll be like, do you even believe what you're saying?
Oh, that's facts.
It's a few videos or a few times she cut a promo. I could be like, I don't even think she don't even believe what she's saying. You could tell she's reading a script, and she's not believing that. So hopefully, now, because like let's remind people they're in the right place. They are literally in NXT developmental. They have no choice but to learn and train, and I have no doubt in my mind that she will literally pick up the pieces and believe every word that she says, and they give her a legit character, a depth with a character, because you can only. It's like I relate to layered characters, not straight to the point. Like, oh, I'm happy to be here. So hopefully, now that she's North American champion, women's North American champion, they let her do more and show more because she's in the right place to find that spot.
I agree, and my last point really to this is just let's just keep in mind, I mean, clearly management believes in her, as they should, but it's just, with them getting ready to move to the CW, this is another championship, which means another face of your brand. So just keep in mind, as you see the Oba Femis, as you see the Trick Williamses, as you see the Roxannes, Kalani's now added to that list of, okay, you're who we're spotlighting in this network, so don't let the people down because they're going to want to invest into you. So give us something to invest in.
Facts. Next up, we had the tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship. The OC, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier. This was the best OC match I've seen in a while.
Yeah. Nathan and Axiom seem like they can just put on good matches with anybody, which is what happens when you got two guys like that. Because as singles wrestlers, they usually can do that. So when you put the two together, it's a given that they can pretty much make anybody look good. Not to say that the OC, obviously, in their heyday, we know what they could do in their New Japan days and some of the early first run of WWE days. But but when you got these guys, you can see why they put those titles on them, man. I mean, they can really, truly put on a good contest with anybody.
Facts. I still personally feel like the Stand and Deliver match has the edge as far as like PLE between the two recent matches that they've had, but mainly because we was there. But as far as this match, I feel like this was because part of me thought was going the way that you went because you picked the OC for this one, and I was like, I wouldn't be necessarily mad at it, but I feel like it would have been a little too late with them, and they just got the ball rolling with Axiom and Nathan Frazier, and NXT is such a constantly moving product that they really don't necessarily need the OC as far as tag team champions. So they did what they needed to do. They showed out when they needed to do, and they put tag team champions over. Like, I don't have much to say about this match. This was a fun match, but it wasn't like nothing stood out to where it was like, bro, you gotta watch this match. It was a fun match because it was, if you've seen Axiom and Nathan Frazier, hey, this is pretty much the same match as them. And then it became 2012 Carl Anderson, like you said, in New Japan. So that's all I got on that.
Only thing I would say really as the final point is just like you said, and just like we just said with Kalani, man. These guys are your tag team champions, which means they're the face of your tag division. They're the face of, if they keep this ball rolling like you said they've been doing, going into the CW, man, this is your face of the tag division to lead them into this new network from what it looks like. So step it up, tag team division. Let's see who can prove these guys wrong, and maybe you think you're the face. I don't know.
Yeah. Next up, we had the NXT Underground match. Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. They pretty much built this up, hyped it up, had a whole bunch of former and current UFC competitors pretty much making this feel more like a legitimate fight. Lola is undefeated in NXT Underground. Shayna has history in Raw Underground, pretty much the same concept. So, yeah, this match, if this was your cup of tea, hey, this was your match for you. Me personally, I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know what it was. Me and you pretty much had this conversation on air, off air. It's just like we're not really 100% moved by these underground matches.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They just don't do it. They don't fit. I mean, we understand the attempt. It's almost like they try to make this their version of a Hell in a Cell kind of thing. I think Fight Pit would have fit so much better for this, maybe. Because the underground thing, it's kind of annoying.
Fight Pit, isn't that pretty much the same thing? Fight Pit and
nope, because there's no annoying random set of people.
Do you think that's what takes you out?
It's just that? Yeah, that's what takes me out for one, because that gets annoying as hell. I'm like, bro.
I'm about to say because I'm like, if you take that element out, it's pretty much the same match. It's just the lights are on.
Yeah, but one's a cage and you can do more fun things from the top of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like it feels the same to me because I'm like, it's pretty much the same rules, but the only because you can only win by submission or knockout. So it's like with this one, it's like, okay, you can only win by submission or knockout. But yeah, them incorporating the whole, I'm like, okay. That's what I'm saying. And then obviously Lola won because Shayna got overzealous and ran into the steel steps, and then she just mounted her and just started pounding on her with her fist, and then immediately started emoting after the referee called for the match.
Couple of close calls in this one when it comes to they had some. I will say this for this match, they had some pretty brutal knockdowns,
like that table spot they had. I was like, y'all having a table spot in the MMA fight is funny.
Yeah, the table spot. Even when Baszler hit Lola with a mean knockout punch that I thought was like, oh, that's it. Like I was like, that's it. And I was like, but she kind of like got up a little bit after that, and I was like, oh, okay. But even Shayna, because there was another time Shayna got knocked down kind of brutally too, and I was like, oh, that's definitely it. And then she kind of got up, so I'm like, oh.
I like how Shayna, when she started selling late in the match, she starts looking drunk. Like she started wobbling all over the place. I'm like, she's the only wrestler I could think of that does that, to where she just wobbles around looking drunk. I'm like, that is Shayna.
No, facts, bro. Big facts. Yeah. Man. Yeah, it was I mean, it's not much more you can say outside of I find it real funny seeing Lola twerk when she's fresh out of a fight. Like, you know, facial wise, no makeup, just kind of like scrunched up looking face. Like I don't know, I thought that looked so weird at first.
Are you talking about Lola?
Yeah, like fresh off the win, like how she just like
she started
celebrating, but she's looking all. Yeah, but I'm looking at the face as she's doing it. I'm like, that don't look right. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, yeah, that don't look right. Like, it looked like you, nah.
Like you don't want to do this.
Yeah, it just didn't look right. It looked weird because I was just like, you got a mouth guard in and but your face all scrunched up while you're doing it. You know, but when you're doing it during a match, it's like, okay, that fits. But I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, because then she did that with the NXT Underground too, and you're just like, why?
That's her thing, man. She did it in Bellator too. So hey, you know,
hey, all power to you. All power to you. What match we got next? Yes, the NXT North American Championship triple threat.
Okay.
But before we talk about this match, if you had to rank this triple threat with the Stand and Deliver triple threat, because it's two back-to-back triple threats, which one would you? How would you rank? You would have the triple threat in Philly or the triple threat in Vegas?
I would probably give it to the triple threat in Philly by a hair, because there was no actual outside interference that played story into the match. Because Coffee's Gallus squad kind of was like taking me out of it. Like it was like, all right, guys, enough's enough.
Gallus in general bores me. So
it was like, bro, stop interfering, bro. Like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like it was making Coffee look weak. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, you really need these fools to really try to get through this?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I understood it as far as keeping, I guess, Wesley distracted because he almost had to
because I'm pretty sure they're going to either build to a tag team match, because you know they got this partnership with TNA, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a little Rascals reunion.
We could.
Or because I'm pretty sure they're going to revisit Oba versus West down the line, probably like Heat Wave.
Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, Oba Femi retained the NXT North American Championship. I actually feel like Oba cooked more here than he did in Philly. He cooked there, but I give Oba's performance here the slight edge than in Philly. That's more so a testament to him learning and vibing with every time he's competed. What you think?
I can agree with that because you got me at first when you were just saying like triple threat match. I was like, okay, I give it to this.
Just triple threat, like the overall, like the way it was set up. That's what I meant.
Right. Yeah, but as far as his performance, yeah, I say because that spot. Granted, you know he had a similar oh my God spot in the first triple threat, but from Stand and Deliver. But this one launching Wesley, where it's like a whole body press that turned into a crossbody, but it was sold like he just gorilla pressed that man off the top rope. It was like
that junk, like, bro,
what?
I was like, sir,
Yeah,
sir,
it's like, oh my,
this is Wendy's. Like, you just threw a whole man like he was nothing. Oba motherfucking Femi. Oba motherfucking Femi. That's all I can say. Like, when that man I was like, bro, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
This man just, it's like you just yeeted another grown man at like he was nothing.
It was
like,
wild, bro. I was sitting there like, what?
Like, what are we doing here? How is this? It's like there's this. I feel like the sky is not the limit for this man. This man is going to literally just show up and show out.
Stop Lee.
Snatched him right out the sky, Vic.
Wow. And then just tossed him. Wow. Have you ever seen it?
Dude. Freaking bananas, bro. Like, I was just like, yep. Yeah, you on your way, Oba. Keep doing stuff like that, brother, and you're going to be outshining these guys. I was just like, oof, boy.
Saw that man eat that championship. I was like, yeah, ain't nobody stopping this man.
Yep, I said the same thing. Although,
that man eating the championship like Umaga.
Strong, there's a strong. Yeah, that was shout out to Umaga, man. There was a strong case somebody was making on Twitter about, an idea. Potential idea with him and Omos, down the line. I wouldn't be mad at it if they
the mono run strong. Just as sure.
Yes, sir.
I want to see Oba versus Omos. Who else did I see on Twitter? Because I saw a lot of people. They was like walk with me, and I'm like, bro, I'm walking.
Mm-hmm. That don't be crazy.
Like, motherfucker, I'm walking. I'm running with y'all. Like, what you talking about? I'm running. Like, let's run. Like, who else? Who else I saw? Like, I saw someone. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see who else. Who else was on there? I saw some. I'm going on Twitter right now. Let's see. I don't see nobody. It said Oba versus Braun Breaker.
Okay. All right.
See Braun try to spear that man. I'm like, I'm walking with you. I'm walking. So
that's what I'm surprised they didn't do while he was still before he was even officially called.
I think they were just ready to get Braun up to the main roster because he was ready. Like at that point. So it's a lot of people, and the way that the main roster set up, who's to say that Oba don't just bring him back down, seeing as they be bouncing back and forth. You see Natalia down there. So
true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the possibilities is in is like when you just have fun. And hell, if this TNA thing is something serious, I would like to see Oba versus Jake something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be cool.
Screw it. Oba versus AJ Francis, the new digital media champion.
Or dare I say, I mean, he'd probably target Trick, but hey, Oba versus Moose wouldn't be bad either.
I would like to see Moose get pounced by Oba.
Oh, this right here. Hey, man. Jordynne, why didn't you tell me? Hey, tell Sean I want to get over there. Okay, I got you. Pounce.
Speaking of pounds, what happened to the other big black nigga they had on here? Kenu Carter. Was that his name? That was his name?
At this point, they did do some releases. For all I know, homie might have made that chopping block.
Damn. It's crazy. He had potential. I mean, he might still be there. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen anybody mention anything or him pretty much like he.
Look, if he is still there,
some people don't even make PSAs. They just dip.
I was gonna say if he is still there by some slight chance, he is officially Odyssey Jones.
Odyssey Jones just be getting paid just to do live shows and live events.
Crazy.
I ain't mad at him. I'm like, at this point, just stop drafting him, because at this point, you throwing it in my face that you drafted.
Yeah,
this
it's
man
wild that
nothing.
man has not been on TV or nothing. Like, why is he not
was
still in
drafted
NXT?
twice? 2 back-to-back drafts to the same brand and has not appeared on that said brand in 2 years.
That man is legendary.
For all the wrong reasons.
Legendary.
He is legendary to just be getting a check at the crib.
Boy. It must be nice. Shoot, give us that Odyssey Jones contract.
I need that shit. So all I gotta do is just take a bump, look good, and then just do only house shows.
Mm-hmm. Works for me.
I need to move to Florida then. Fuck.
Yeah, let's go find a condo in Florida.
And just say, hey, we just here to train just to be on live events.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Get that quick check. There you go.
That's all you gotta do.
Free gym. Quick check and a free gym, baby. That's all you need. That's all you need. Every man's dream, baby.
Oh man. Next up, we have for another championship. It is the NXT Women's Championship. A lot of people thought this was going to be the main event, but it wasn't. But it was the first ever match between a contracted TNA wrestler and an NXT wrestler. Jordynne Grace, TNA Knockouts World Champion, challenging Roxanne Perez, the Prodigy, for the NXT Women's Championship. To give my thoughts on this particular match, I enjoyed it all the way up until the end. The shenanigans kind of took me out of it. I was like, all right. But as far as like from bell to bell, I enjoyed it. What about you?
Same thing. Unfortunately, TNA brought the TNA with them, with the shenanigans. You know, they do that quite a bit over there, and I mean, but I will give TNA credit, man. TNA has, out of every company, TNA probably has the top 2 biggest wins of this entire year, with 1 loss. God, why did y'all fire Scott? Seriously, if it was not
the
for that
interest
one...
in TNA has been kind of low because of them firing Scott D'Amore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
if it hadn't been for that, man,
outside of that, honestly, I peeped they celebrate 20 years of Impact on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it wasn't a show that blew me out of the water, but it was a decent show.
Yeah, they got some cool.
That's
pieces.
what I'm saying. They were winning from at some points, but overall interest in the show dipped massively. Like, we started covering it, and then it's kind of like we both kind of checked out a little bit.
Yeah, that Scott D'Amore thing killed him, man. It's just like, you had something, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, like, I gotta start back watching it now that because they pretty much ended the YouTube stuff. So now you have to, if you don't have Access TV, you have to pay for TNA Plus to watch the weekly shows now.
Yeah, figures.
So you don't even get Ultimate Insiders on YouTube anymore.
Dang. I figured when the Plus thing was coming, I was going to end that, because that was a good idea. It was pretty cool, but all right, Anthem. Don't
have fun with that. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably try my best to watch it because there's so much wrestling already as is, and I can only consume so much wrestling before I lose my mind. But yeah, as far as like that, because I saw a lot of discourse about pretty much the interest in TNA since they brought Jordynne Grace to NXT, and I'm like, I mean, I don't really pay attention to numbers But outside of NXT, they haven't really seen a boost.
So. Yeah, I mean, the network thing doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like, I still say they would have benefited more from a CW type of pairing. That would have been the perfect network for them. You know what I mean? CW, TNA.
At least they didn't pull an NWA and get.
Ain't that the truth?
Because wasn't NWA supposed to be on CW? And they pretty much got shifted to the network? I mean, the app.
Yeah. That's straight trash excuse of a wrestling promotion. Never mind. I had no idea freaking Billy Corgan was in a Attitude Era crowd at one of the pay-per-views. I think it was.
Who wasn't?
It was just hilarious because they were like, "Oh, it's Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins," and I'm like, who would have thought this fool would have ruined the wrestling promotion like 20, 30 years later from this point? Wow. That's crazy.
Because he let all his top guys go, put the title on Tyrus, of all people. And let somebody smoke crack on air and got them booted from the CW to the CW app. America, if they're still over there, because I have not kept up with NWA.
Man, me either, brother.
I don't even know who the champions over there. But this match right here, like, because I saw the comment done from Ernest Truth. Excuse me. He said, I feel like the NXT returns the favor and sends someone to wrestle at the TNA pay-per-view because they're doing against all odds on this coming Friday. Do you think it's going to be Tatum Paxley?
It could. The way things are looking, I mean, shoot. Wouldn't shock me. You know what I mean? What else are they doing with her? And I mean,
she's obsessed with gold. So.
And whoever they send has to be able to take an L, I would assume. So knowing her, I mean, yeah, sounds about right.
And we also got the return of Dana Brooke, or Ash by Elegance.
You know, initially upon seeing that, I had to just make sure I wasn't tripping because I was like, is that who I think that is? And I'm like, yep, it sure is. Wow. She's back on WWE television. How ironic is that? You're back at the place that fired you. Technically in the brand that fired you too. This is exactly where you were. You were right in NXT. It's like, bruh, yeah, so ironic.
I'm sorry. When I saw her, I was just like, okay. I hate to say it. I literally was like, all right.
Yep.
No pop.
That's all you can do.
No pop. like the crowd literally was just like, all right.
Mm-hmm. Poor girl. Well, yeah. Clearly, she ain't ready for a WWE return anytime soon yet.
Someone asked on Twitter, they was like, what do people have against Dana Brooke? Do you have anything against Dana Brooke?
Personally, I do not, but
I could never get into a character. Not once.
I'm still trying to understand this one currently, where I'm like,
what is this character?
I still don't know, brother. All I know is from what I've seen, it comes off very comedy act, but then there was a moment where she did get a little serious with Zaya Brookside, and then after that, it was like, I'm still trying to understand what this character is. I don't get it. It's not a Tony Storm knockoff, though. I can tell you that, people.
I remember. You remember that when people was like, "Oh, she's trying to be timeless Tony Storm." Like,
yeah, all you. this is clearly something different. I just can't tell you what it is. I'm still trying to understand what
I feel
it
like
is.
she's a golden girl. If you've ever seen a golden girl, she could. Do you think she's a golden girl? Like, I feel like, yeah.
It could be something similar to that. Yeah.
Like if she
maybe
go to
she's
full
still,
comedic, if she go to full comedic route, she could be like, "Thank you for being a friend." Dum, 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 dum.
she
So,
could.
don't
I
know.
mean, sometimes there's nothing always wrong with comedic characters, y'all. I mean, you can get over with a comedic character and still win titles. I mean, just gotta see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Dana really had no character after being Charlotte's assistant.
Yeah, there's that.
Oh yeah, that
God,
did happen.
I remember that. And the sad part was, I thought Dana was even before that. I remember
I
thinking
thought her
her
time. No, I
trajectory
think the
was.
one time I was interested in Dana Brooke was her and Emma in NXT.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, because there was a time NXT Dana was different. The OG NXT Dana was a little different, but somewhere along the way, main roster, it was that Charlotte thing, and it was never the same after that.
Just like after that, Vince didn't know what to do with her, and then after that, it's just like whatever.
Yeah, she just never could recover from it.
She was just like, and a lot of people was like, she's getting better in the ring. I'm like, cool.
Well,
Her character is not working with me.
well, okay. No, hold on. The Titus Worldwide thing wasn't bad either. She did kind of
she
get
was
over
with
with
Titus.
that. She got over with that, believe it or not. That was actually a thing. They just didn't really do anything with it.
They just broke it up abruptly too, didn't it? Like nothing happened after that.
Yeah, because it was like it wasn't going anywhere. It was like because Titus was recruiting this crew, and it was over and had potential, but Apollo didn't do anything with it. Not to any fault of his. You just tell booking just didn't know what. I don't know, because like
To this day, they don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, when I see that brother
accent.
Yeah, when I see him getting beat down by freaking who was that? Who beat him down on SmackDown?
Legato.
Who was that? Yeah,
Legato.
I was like, well, that's random. I was like, really?
Because he jumped him last week. They was basically payback. Apollo attacked Angel last week, so it was kind of like they're paying
Was there a
him
reason
back
behind it?
because Legato is trying to recruit Andrade because of Angel and Andrade's history. Remember 2020, the pandemic.
Speed champion Andrade, by the way.
Sure. I haven't watched one episode after the first one. But
me either. But I was just making that known because Mr. So-so.
But I'm just saying, like, that's pretty much the history. So basically, during the match, Angel got involved and cost Apollo. So Apollo basically went in and attacked him backstage, and then on Friday, they got revenge. That's your story.
That's still random as hell. That doesn't even help. I'm just like, hey, okay. I mean, if it gets Apollo some TV time, sure. All right,
we'll
cool.
See.
That's like, that comes off very My Rise. I'm just saying.
I still ain't finished My Rise. That's crazy.
Oh my god! Like you're gonna be feuding with the same person for like 5, 6, 7 weeks now. Great.
But Roxanne Perez retained the NXT Women's Championship due to shenanigans, which was to be expected.
Yeah.
What do you think they go with her for this? Do you think they do what the online is rumoring, her versus Julia, or do you think they do something else?
Yeah, I mean, it almost seemed like this Jordynne Grace thing wasn't quite over, but maybe it's just a way to, do her side story in TNA. I guess, from what it sounds like. Either way, this looks like a Jordynne Grace inevitably to WWE kind of thing. So if this is like the end of that, she'll just finish what she's finishing in TNA, and then while they're doing this partnership thing, we see some crossovers. And when Jordynne Grace is probably done with her contract there, inevitable.
Oh yeah, she's
exhaustion.
definitely like that's not even a question. Jordynne Grace is definitely going to WWE, whether it's NXT or straight to the main roster. But yeah, she's definitely going.
Mm-hmm. No matter at this point, no matter which way she goes, she's good because I mean she could go straight to the main roster. Honestly, she debuted in Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but that really because they had other NXT talent in there. I think that's just a. So we'll see. But either way, she's signed on that dotted line once her contract is up with TNA. So and then she wasn't one of the ones who was necessarily happy with Scott D'Amore getting fired anyway. So
yeah,
that's true. You could tell she's just ready to just like, you know what, yes sir, no sir, then I'm out.
And they know that's our golden goose, so we're gonna do as much as we can to
hell out of this.
Keep pushing it and milking it, yeah, because you don't see them doing that with anybody else right now. So clearly, I hope this doesn't kill them, but it looks like it might.
No, I doubt it will. Like TNA ain't been about to die for 20 years. They ain't going nowhere.
Well, not that kind of kill, not WCW kill, but kill them as in if you didn't care about them before,
you might really not. I mean, unless you're a hardcore person who's been watching TNA nonstop for 20 years through the Impact name change, the GCW, or was it not GCW, GFW name change. If you stuck through Hogan killing it, then you ain't going nowhere until they just say, you know what, we're done.
Very true, my brother. Very true.
But yeah, Roxanne, I see them going. Like she's been, like we said at the top of the show, she's been killing it as a heel. She's in the right place because sometimes some of the stuff that she says, I'm like, do you really believe that? And I think that's just me with everybody. I'd be like, do you really believe that? And it's more so because it could be nerves, it could be whatever. But as far as ethics and work, they've been killing it. Like they need to do that going forward. Someone in the comments said, "Get it, Lonnie was catchy." Yeah, Ken basically, Ken said, TNA will be just fine. Ain't nothing like online interests change left and right. They will be just fine.
Get it, Lonnie. Get it, Lonnie.
Yeah, that didn't do it for me, brother. I'm sorry, Lonnie. I love you. You are a beautiful woman, but that wasn't it. Nope. I can tell you are not from those parts. You are not. You are not. You are right there with Willow. You tried your heart out, and I love you for it. But no. And Sexy Red, you just didn't make it any better. Trying to hype it up. It's like that is not it, and you know it. That is not it, Lonnie. That is not it. No. Oh my God. No, that was not it. Exactly, Ken. Exactly. That's exactly what that was. Oh that was the non-rhythmatic side, a non-melanated side shoulder, just a little bit. I said, well,
a rhythm fucked out before it even started.
That's why as soon as I saw that notion, I said, oh, no, Lonnie, no, do not give into this hype. Do not. That is not it, sis. That is not it. But you tried. You tried, but that was not it. Nope. Oh man. Woo. Give it to the wrong one. Give it to the wrong one. If you was gonna do that, you should have given it to.
It is what it is.
Oh man. See? Last match we're gonna talk about is for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams defending against All Ego Ethan Page. What you think about this match? I wasn't really feeling this one.
I think it was rushed as hell because it didn't seem like it really had time to cook if it wanted to.
They didn't even go in the second gear for this one. I feel like he was still in first by the time he hit that trick knee.
Yeah, and it was like that finish felt sudden. I'm thinking it was gonna be one of those false finishes, and no, it was like, oh
No, he just
Here's
said 1,
why.
2.
Now you see why when you were like, you think maybe I was like, hell no. And boy, I didn't think I was gonna be that right, but I was like, boy.
I texted him. I said, "You think they're gonna swerve us and just say, hey, we're gonna put the title on Ethan just to like add some shock?" Because I think I was more so fishing for like, yo, give me some shock, something, some oomph. it shot me all in the wrong reasons because I'm like, damn, that's it.
That's it.
I
Ladies
literally
and
texted.
gentlemen.
I said, what did I text you after that? I said, what was that?
Yep. Yeah.
What was that?
You know, they gotta look, man. It might be time to have a conversation. It
Let's
might
have this
be.
conversation.
We got to talk about it, man. All right, listen. From WrestleMania to now, we gotta grade some of these championship reigns, man. These new title holders. We gotta grade some of them. Yeah, that includes you, Cody. We gotta grade you. We gotta grade Trick. We need to grade some of these new title holders and be like, well, the pop was cool and the moment was cool. Has the moment lived up after that? You know,
That probably what was missing. Isn't he beefing with Metaphor too, Ethan?
yeah, because he sure got attacked after the contract signing. So I don't know. That was kind of
that probably hurt the main event more than anything because people were. Well, let me say not people. Me, I'm expecting Oral or Noam to come out and at least involve themselves into the finish or something, but no, nothing.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, you could have. I laid down and got comfortable and was thinking like we're gonna be in for a good little, 20 minutes.
That's why I put the time back. I was like, I'm gonna put this back to 11 o'clock, and then as soon as it said 11:38, I said, "Huh?"
I was like, "Whoa!" Like, did y'all run out of time? Did y'all rent that venue for a certain amount of time? And it was like, all right, time's up, WWE. What happened? Like, did I miss something? Remember when PLEs used to be able to go over whenever they wanted to because they were PLEs? They weren't like TV. Did I miss something?
I don't know. It did. It fell really flat at the end there.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's why I'm like, look, Trick needs
is this his what? Is this second title defense?
Second title defense, I want to say, yeah. He needs a really.
He won the title. Then he do a rematch.
Not quite a rematch, but he defended it against somebody.
Who did he defend? Trick Williams, NXT champion.
I thought he did.
Ethan Page. His first title defense. No, this is his first title defense.
Oh, it was because it was supposed to be Noam Dar, and then they swerved us with this. So yeah, that's probably why we're thinking that's the second. Okay. Well, that ain't a good first title defense. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna blame you, Trick, but like
I ain't even gonna blame Ethan.
I ain't gonna blame him either. But
to be honest with, no, let me keep it a shot. It wasn't it.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. Just keeping it a buck, it really wasn't. Like that's why I'm like, yeah, we gotta have a conversation about some of these guys in their since these new title reigns. Swerve, Trick, Cody. Who else has been a new champ as of late? That
because we're stuck in that transitional phase.
Yeah, we are.
I think that's NXT, but on the main roster too.
Yeah,
because Damian Priest ain't really been cooking as world champion.
He was another one.
Stack with you.
Yeah, he was another one I've been hearing about. That hasn't been it. I was hearing people talk about him and how everyone else but him has been more important. So yeah, that's a weird thing. We need to usher in like, yo, who's truly our face here? Like, y'all
Because
really
Trick
believe
need, like
in it?
we said the same thing with Kalani. Trick needs somebody that can fuck it. They tease him and Oba. Oba could be a good op for Trick, but is he ready?
Yeah, I don't know. They got to figure out something fast, man. Like, this is where Worlds Collide comes in. That's why I was like, maybe you may have to bring in a Moose or somebody if you're doing this TNA thing.
A Moose or Jake
Maybe.
something or somebody. Like somebody that's opposing to him to kind of make a threat.
Mm-hmm. And I like the free agent thing, with Ethan that they did as far as like, because the shock value of it definitely helped. It's just this match didn't deliver to the shock value that you got. Plus, it doesn't help that it was like a week. He did it like a week, so he ain't
Like
really
2
get
weeks.
to
It
build up.
literally he attacked him 1 week, signed the contract, and they said, "Oh yeah, we got the title match on Sunday." Huh?
And that match was just as quick as the freaking transition. See, I mean,
Like, and then the way he lost too. Ethan was arguing with the referee and turned around into the Trick knee.
mm-hmm.
It just
Man,
said,
looked like a
boom,
whole
like
dummy.
literally, like it's like Trick. Remember, he had a finish and stored up and said, "Oh yeah, here's the finish." Pow! And I'm like, all right.
Man, yeah. And then it was like when it ended so suddenly the way it did, I'm thinking, all right, this must mean enter new challenger now. But nope.
Like a somebody coming to attack Trick. That was my mind. I was like, okay, somebody's gonna attack Trick. Nope, Sexy Red came out. Okay, cool.
And it was just like, oh, we're ending like that.
Oh, that's it. Oh, and then we got a Nia Jax promo at the end of the pay-per-view. I'm like,
yeah, man. I have nothing else on that. That's not a good way to start, people. We gotta pick it up for Trick, man. Get him some credible, serious, like somebody to spark that fire. Somebody. Because we love Trick. But come on now. Somebody.
like who I did the same thing for Kalani. Who was on this roster in NXT? Like I did this.
You almost have to get some of the veterans out. Because the problem is, like, these contracts are expiring.
Damn, ain't nobody. What the fuck?
Look, you see? He's like, dang.
I mean, Sean Spears?
That
That could be a weekly thing, though.
Yeah. Pay-per-view level? No.
Damn, ain't nobody on this roster. And they kind of turning Metaphor face. So that eliminates Noam Dar. Because he's going to want revenge on Ethan for attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. We're at that point.
Ain't no free agents out there we know about from anywhere. I mean,
let's pull up Fightful Select.
yeah. Who
You got us looking at the news and rumors live here on the post show. We trying to figure out.
Because I'm like, bro, we need somebody to pop up on Trick, bro. Somebody that be like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Somebody.
Shit, pull out Jonathan Gresham. The octopus. Ain't he doing some? Ain't he under some transformation in TNA right now?
Yeah. Wow.
Who else? Bring back Eric Young. Have him be a heel. Or Kazarian. Have him pop up. I feel like TNA has a lot more interesting crossover dynamics than NXT right now. So NXT kind of needs this crossover until they figure out who they want to be their next top heel, because that draft eliminated a lot of people.
It did. And they didn't really seem to get much in return.
Or
So
Josh Alexander.
Yeah, Josh could work.
Or Sammy Callahan.
Yeah, he was in NXT once upon a time.
Or Chris Bay.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm
They
just
still
looking
got
at
him as a tag guy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this roster. Like, it's some decent guys. Hell, they just going to chop it up and just say, bring Moose in the system.
Yeah, like I said, he's the only one. I mean, outside of him and Oba, there's really nothing that pops out at you like, "Ooh, I gotta have that."
Steve Macklin? He's a former TNA champ.
To the non-TNA watchers, they're just gonna be like, "Who the hell is that?"
Or they're gonna be like, "Ain't that the guy from Forgotten Sons?"
See, I didn't even know that either.
Yeah,
like I remember that.
Blake. It was him and Blake.
I never cared or wanted to remember anything about.
Remember, it was 3 of them. It was the
other
guy.
I remember. I just didn't want to remember. You brought something I didn't want. I purposely.
It's okay.
Blanked out.
It's okay. It
completely.
It
completely blanked them out of my mind. That's why I was like, "Who?"
It's good. It's good. it's okay. We can. Shit.
Wow.
I'm circling back to former world champions in TNA. Shit, Rich Homie Swann.
Yeah, now Rich Swann would be cool. He'd be dope. I mean, AJ Francis would be dope if you wanted to do that. You know?
Yeah, Josh Alexander. That's what I'm saying. Josh Alexander. Like, it's so many people that they have. It's just, I guess we got to tune in to NXT to find out. I guess.
Yeah, because I don't know where they're gonna go with this, bro. I mean, that's the only thing about Trick, man, and we can't even blame him. It's like when you don't have any challengers, it's like, what do you do? What do you do? You know? What do you do? Who's not doing anything on the main roster? Anybody?
I mean,
credible enough.
If they re-sign him, Ricochet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd be a good one. He'd be a real good one for Trick. Damn, bro. Matt Cardona?
I mean,
just saying, you know, you could call him up. He is
he
Mr.
still technically with TNA? Yeah. He's still on their roster.
Oh, he is? I was just like, because he's Mr. Indie, you know, the indie god, you know, call
he's
him
still
on
technically on their roster.
Shoot, get Matt Cardona in there to go up against Trick Williams. That'd be a nice little feud, I'm sure.
Yeah, Ken, we said she has a lot more people to work with as far as in the, like they can still because we said technically Metaphor is still heel, so they can definitely like rope that into it. Who else? They have what's her name? Who was with Kiana James?
Izzy Dame. Yeah, Izzy Dame.
Matt Cardona has a torn pec. So
he sure does. Dang.
Well, so yeah, Kalani does have a lot more to work with than.
Yeah, she's got more options. She's got more options. I mean, you saw they can bring a medium anytime they want. They can, you know.
Yeah, I guess we just gotta tune into NXT to see what it is. Before we sign off, how would you grade this NXT? I would give it a solid C.
Minus. You said C minus. I guess I'll give it a C, like regular C. No plus, no minus, just straight in the middle.
And that is our NXT really review. Like, it was a solid show for the most part. It was a standard show on a Sunday to me.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't bad, but it would like Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
What you got coming up? What you got coming up as an artist?
Man, you already know. June 28th, we got an event coming up. And we got the actual award show. Shout out to everybody who voted. Appreciate you guys for all your votes. I won't know the results personally until the actual award ceremony, but I appreciate all of y'all for voting. So, actual ceremony, July 6th, and working on a couple other dope stuff in between, man. Like I said, I've been working on some themes for some talents on the indie scene and a couple other things. We're gonna work on putting some more stuff out for Mike Mayhem Music. So y'all just keep a lock on that, man. In the meantime, follow your boy at Highlight Life, HILITE Life. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and anything else going on? We got pretty much, if you follow us on social media, GRESH Unleashed Podcast or GRESH Unleashed or GRESH Digital Media, GDM Studios. We got a new episode, All Shit, Here We Go Again with Ruthless Lala and Rich Swan. They're going to be a tag team now. So they're going to be taking over Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday over on wherever you listen to us, Twitter or X, whatever. Yeah, you'll see it drop there. Also, GRESH Unleashed Podcast, the main show of us, returns this Tuesday, 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, usually after NXT. And there is a possibility of us going on earlier if we do decide at some point to take a break from NXT, if we do get bored. Because one thing we don't want to do is force us to talk about stuff that we're not 100% interested in, or we don't want y'all to hear us being bored either. So if it comes to that, hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully they do something that'll kind of be like, yo, let's stick around. Because like I said, every time I feel like I'm finna tap out, they reel me in. And this show wasn't really the top of the top. It was a solid show. It was fun for the most part. But overall, it was just like, And it leaves you with more questions like, what's next? And now like, I can't wait to see what's next, if that makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much agreed. Wasn't horrible. It was just one of those, like you said, just all right, let's see what happens next. Hopefully it's something that leads us to say we can't wait to see what happens next. But yeah, much like us, TBD.
And with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this special bonus edition of the GRESH Unleashed Podcast, WWE NXT Battleground 2024 post show. I'm Gresh. That's Highlight Reel. And hopefully you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
I'm going to bed.